Mike and Gloria.
Hey, Bob.
No, wait. No, happy.
So goddamn good to see you. Oh, you're looking good, too.
We gotta golf.
Bob had complications with his heart for many years. He had a VTAC situation and had congestive heart failure for probably 10 or 12 years. And it was a decline.
How's it going, man?
Good. Hey, how have you been feeling since your surgery?
Really great. Really great.
Well, you look fantastic.
One of the most exciting times to me and to my wife was I was coming home from Lowe's Home Improvement, like on a Friday, and I got a call. And they go, "This is Banner University Hospital. We have a heart for you. Get here right away." I mean, it's hard to describe, you know, that time. Honestly, hard to describe. And before I had heart trouble, you know, I worked a lot in the business I'm in. A lot of times did 6 days, 7 days a week. And then in 1999, I had a viral infection. And it started out, in my nose, went down in my chest, and it latched onto my heart. And I went into what's called ventricular tachycardia, where you actually go out, and your heart's beating really fast, not being very efficient. And it damaged my lower chambers. And after that, my heart was really never the same. And before I was real active, and more as it went towards 2015, it got really bad. Coming back from a cruise that I was on with my kids, I really wasn't doing well. I couldn't walk more than about 100, probably 50 yards without having to stop and rest. And I checked into Banner Hospital, and the next day they said, "Hey, you need a new heart. We know we've been going this way, and it's been getting weaker and weaker, and it's time."
When I first met Bob, he was in the intensive care unit, and we were rounding with the heart failure team, and he was visibly scared. When I spoke to him, we were talking about options. So with Bob, we decided that he would be a great transplant candidate. We vetted him and his wife, because you really need to have a really good carer. And she was the whole engine in the whole process.
I consider myself a pretty strong guy, but I think I got tears in my eyes and wept for a while. My wife came in and we discussed it and said, "We got to go through. We got to do it. We don't have any alternative. It's either that or I'm not going to be around in a year or two." It's a really weird feeling.
His operation was pretty tough. I mean, he was pretty sick. He also developed a bit of an infection. So we had to clear that up through a couple of surgeries, and he actually maintained his spirit, and so did his wife.
My wife says I have 9 lives. I mean, there's many times I shouldn't have made it, but I think I'll always be associated with Banner for the rest of my life. It's, heart transplant isn't something they just do and say you're good, like fixing a broken arm or something. It's something that they will monitor for the rest of my life, I know.
We'll be with him constantly. We're literally ever only one phone call and one email away. And our patients do reach out to us 24/7. There's always a transplant coordinator on call. But essentially, Bob will never be alone. He'll always have medical care available to him, and he'll always have a friendly voice on the other end of the phone to address any needs that he may have. Doesn't matter what it is, we are multidisciplinary.
Bob basically is hopefully going to find the independence that he needs from the heart transplant. The life he used to know, the physical activity he's always longed for, I think he's going to get that back. My role will basically facilitate resources if he ever needs to know insurances or medication assistance.
Since I've had the new heart, I have a little bit of a different outlook on life. Number one, I think about the donor's family quite a bit, and the donor and how sad it is. But it's a fantastic thing that he gave his heart to help me live, or to have me live. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And I'm able to do just about anything I used to. Pretty much, I'm back to golfing. Again, not very good. I walk.
I think what it means for The Journey Never Ends with Bob is that him and his family are totally inspiring. So for other people who hear his story, they'll begin to realize what a good save he was, and really how his life improved. So it never ends.
It's been a really amazing adventure. And it just amazes me still, the technology and the skill of the doctors. I consider myself very blessed. I never used to use that word, I don't think, but I consider myself very blessed for receiving the heart that I did.